If you're a beginner and you're just starting your Amazon journey, stick around and make sure you watch this entire video because I'm going to show you the 5 easy steps to start selling on Amazon so you can leverage the power of Amazon FBA and reach financial freedom. But first, my name is Crescent, and on my channel I share tips and strategy videos, just like this one, on how you can create a successful Amazon FBA private label business. So if you enjoy videos like this, consider subscribing. All right, let's get started. All right, I've been selling successfully on Amazon for several years now, and I've taught so many of my students how to also build their successful Amazon FBA business using these exact same methods and strategies that I'm going to show you today in this video. But make sure you stick around and watch the entire video because I'm going to show you one of the biggest mistakes that beginners often make so that you can avoid falling into that trap as well. But first, in order to start on Amazon, the first step you need to do is understand what Amazon is and the entire process of selling on Amazon. So, what is Amazon FBA? FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And what that means is Amazon handles all of the logistics as far as customer service, picking, packing, storing, and shipping your products. And you literally don't even have to see your products once you ship it to Amazon. Amazon will take care of everything for you. It's an extremely hands-off and scalable business. You literally never even have to see or touch the product. All right, so I hope you can see how powerful leveraging Amazon's FBA service is. So the first step you'll need to do in order to sell on Amazon is to create your Seller Central account. Now this is a super simple process and you can literally sell from anywhere in the world. All you need is a laptop and access to the internet. Now there are some minor stipulations. If we look over here, Amazon does have a list of countries that it accepts for seller registration. So if you live in a country that's not on this list, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to sell on Amazon. Most of these are from Africa. So there are some other methods to get around that, such as registering a business in an approved country, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Beyond this, Amazon also has a list of countries that you need to have a bank in order to accept their disbursement payments that you get every 2 weeks. And again, if you don't have a bank in one of these countries, then you're going to have to find another way to accept payments. Now, what Amazon Seller Central is, it's your back-end control panel to your Amazon store, where you have access to create your product listings, manage all of your sales and orders, deal with your own customer service, and any marketing, advertising, and PPC campaigns that you want to manage. Now, there's actually 2 types of accounts that you can sign up for. One is the individual account, and the other is the professional account. And I strongly recommend that you always start off right away with the professional account. And this account does cost $39.99 a month, but it gives you access to all of the selling features. Now, if you get the individual account, there's no monthly fee, but you do need to pay per sale and it'll add up extremely quick. And you also don't get access to all of the powerful marketing features such as promotions, coupons, and PPC. So I strongly recommend starting off with a professional account. And the thing is, if you don't actually have any inventory and you haven't sold anything over the last month, if you contact seller support, they'll actually refund you that $39.99 a month. So that's a pro tip for you. Now, step number 2 is finding the right product. And this is the key to success for any online e-commerce business. Now, as far as selling on Amazon is concerned, the key to success is finding a product that is in high demand, but has low competition. So as a beginner, a good way to find products that are selling well is to look on Amazon's best seller list. And in order to do that, all you need to do is type in Amazon bestsellers into Google, and it's going to be the #1 link that pops up. Now, once you click on it, it's going to show you by department all the top sellers in that department. You can see here that it's been broken down into apps and games, arts and crafts, automotive, clothing, electronics, grocery, health and household, home and kitchen, and so on and so on. All right. One of my favorite departments, or otherwise known as categories, is actually the home and kitchen category. And there's also subcategories. Let's just jump into kitchen and dining. you'll see here that these are the top sellers in that category. So what you can do is you can take a look through here, and this will give you an idea of what's selling really well on Amazon. And a clue to how well a product is selling is looking at how many reviews they have. Because think about when you're looking for a product to buy on Amazon, I'm sure you're always basing your buying decision on the number of reviews a product has. For example, if one product has 1,000 reviews and another one beside it only has 1 or 2, you're probably going to buy from the one that has 1,000 reviews, right? Because it has social proof. So if we take a look here, we can see that this Yeti, for example, has 3,463 reviews. And this Yeti here has 3,400 as well. And this Instant Pot has 6,600. And we can see here there's a whole bunch of just common everyday products that people are buying hundreds or thousands of every single day. And these sellers are literally making tens of thousands of dollars every day selling these everyday items on Amazon. So all you need to do is identify these same products that have this high demand yet low competition. So one way that Amazon has determined which products to show on this bestseller list is based on a ranking system called the BSR, which stands for Best Seller Rank. And basically, the better a product sells, which is called their sales velocity, the more an item sells per day, the higher Amazon's gonna rank that product. And that's why these products show up on the best sellers list. Now, you might have guessed already that one way we can tell how well a product is selling is based on how many reviews it has. Obviously, the better it's selling, the more reviews it'll have, right? It kind of goes hand in hand. But we don't actually have any solid numbers as far as how well a product is selling every day or every month. For example, if we take a look at these products again in the home and dining category, if we take a look at this random product here, like this digital instant meat thermometer, it's got 11,800 reviews, right? But we have no idea how many they're selling every single day, despite knowing that it has tens of thousands of reviews. So this is where we need to do additional research. And that leads us to number 3, which is doing the actual product research to determine whether or not we've found a viable product. And this is where beginners make one of the biggest mistakes when they're doing product research. For example, if we take a look at this can opener niche, we can see here that just like that bestsellers list, it's going to list all of these different can openers from a variety of different sellers based on how well they're selling. Typically, the better selling products are going to be ranked closer to the top of the search page. And you can see here, there's a list of sponsored ones here that are placed here based on their sellers' PPC bids. The more you bid, the better your ad placement is. But the very first organically ranked listing is this one from OXO, which typically means this one is selling the best. And then if we come down here, we'll see that the second one is this one, Hamilton Beach, then this KitchenAid, Keebly, and these all have thousands of reviews, meaning they're selling extremely well. But look, here's one that only has 100, and here's one that only has 19, and here's one that has 101, okay? And here's one that has 15 and 62. So what does that mean? The problem with doing product research this way on Amazon is that we don't have any hard numbers. So having the right tools is key to finding viable and profitable products that have high demand and low competition. So the tool that I use is from Jungle Scout, and they have a Chrome extension. And if I click on it here, what it does is this Chrome extension pulls up those same listings on the search page, and you can see them listed here in the same order they were on the search page. And it's pulled up all of the pertinent data for each listing, primarily what the price they're selling at, and how many units they're selling every month, how many sales they have every day, monthly revenue, the first day this item was for sale on Amazon, and how many reviews they have, including their feedback score. All right, can you see how powerful this tool is? Basically, in one glance, I can determine how competitive this niche is and if it's profitable enough. Okay, so right now I can see that on average, these top 12, 13 listings are selling several thousand units every single day. And I can also see here that most of them have several thousands of reviews. Now the problem here is that we base competition on reviews. So we're gonna look for products that typically have less than 75 to 100 reviews on average throughout this entire niche. So you can see here that the majority of these listings have way more than 75 to 100 reviews. So this niche is way too competitive. Now, the biggest mistake beginners are making when they're doing product research is they're using the wrong keywords when they're doing product research, and therefore they're analyzing the wrong data. Let me show you, okay? Take a mental snapshot of what you see here, the monthly sales and the number of reviews, okay? We did this search for can openers using the shortest and broadest and most relevant keyword phrase to describe this product. And it's important that we do that. We put can opener in the search and it's in all departments. Now, for example, if I were to do a search with something more long tail, for example, let's do stainless steel manual smooth edge can opener. All right, you'll notice that in the search results, we're still finding the same can opener products. But if we pull up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, take a look now. The problem here is the number of reviews. Suddenly, this niche is no longer competitive because most of these listings have less than 75 reviews. But the problem here is that we used the wrong keyword phrase. Now, thankfully, Jungle Scout also has a powerful keyword research tool called Keyword Scout that'll help you avoid making this serious mistake while you're doing product research. I've seen too many people get into a bad product niche simply because they did product research using the wrong keyword and them losing thousands of dollars. And I don't want to see you fall into that same trap. So if we jump onto Keyword Scout on Jungle Scout, if we take a look at can opener, Keyword Scout is extremely powerful because it's going to show us the actual Amazon search volume data. And we can see that can opener has the most search volume. So that's going to prove to us that we're using the correct keyword when we're doing this product research for this niche. Okay. Now, if we were to type in the stainless steel manual can opener, for example, you'll notice that it's so low that it doesn't even register on the search volume scale. It just says low. So you want to make sure you're doing product research correctly. And this is something that I hammer in and teach all of my students to make sure they're doing product research correctly and they're following the correct procedures and steps for doing product research. You got to make sure that it's a product that is in high demand, low competition, and is able to hit all of your profit goals. And these are the absolute steps that you need to make sure that you're taking in order to mitigate as much of the risk. All right, so moving on. Once you've found a viable product, step number 4 is finding a reliable supplier. Now, you can find suppliers from anywhere around the world these days because the world is so interconnected now, especially with how e-commerce has become such a powerhouse and people are able to buy products literally from anywhere around the world. Now, the two main options are most likely going to be from China or locally here in the US. Now, because of the labor costs, your best option is to actually source a supplier from China. Now, gone are the days where made in China automatically meant poor quality. Nowadays, products coming out of China are top tier and are of equal or better quality than products sourced here locally in the US. So looking for products in China is actually extremely easy. There's a website called Alibaba. Now, if you jump on there, it's as easy as typing in the product that you want to find. It's going to pull up manufacturers that produce that product. So if we jump on to Alibaba, and let's just say we want to manufacture a can opener, it's as easy as typing in can opener and doing a search. Now, one thing you want to make sure that you do is under supplier types, you want to click on trade assurance as well as verified supplier. All right, this will give you more confidence that these are well-established suppliers that aren't going to take your money and run off with it. Okay, since it is scary sending a whole bunch of money overseas to someone that you've never actually met or dealt with before. Now, if we take a look, when we did a search for can opener, it pulled up a whole list of suppliers that manufacture can openers. So you can get a good ballpark estimate of what these can openers are going to cost. You can see here this one's anywhere from 80 cents to 94 cents, 90 to $1.50, and $1 to $1.32. Okay? Can you see how powerful sourcing products from overseas is and selling them for a profit on Amazon is? You can literally buy products from overseas for $1 or $2 and then sell them on Amazon for $15, $20, $25 and have a huge profit margin. And that's how you're able to generate so much wealth. Okay. Now, of course, there's going to be some shipping costs as well as duties, and Amazon does take their fulfillment fees. So that's why I always recommend selling products that are at least $15 or higher on Amazon. That way there's at least some margin left over for profit, as well as some wiggle room for advertising and any fluctuation in your costs. Okay, because typically your profit margin is about 1/3 of what you're selling it for on Amazon. So for example, if your product is $3 or $4 to manufacture and ship to Amazon, you can probably sell it for $15 to $16, where Amazon's going to take $4 or $5 in fees, which leaves you $5 to $6 in profit. Okay, now it's not uncommon to be able to sell these same products for $20, $25, $30 and have an even bigger profit margin. And that's how me and my students are able to generate so much profit every single month. We find these products that are very inexpensive to manufacture, but have a high profit margin, and we're able to sell them for 200, 300, 400 times what we paid for them. All right, so once you've found a supplier and negotiated a price, you're gonna have to send them some money for them to start manufacturing your product. And this typically requires a deposit. Now, you can always negotiate this deposit, but it's typically anywhere from 20 to 30, sometimes 50% of the total costs. So what you'll need to do, I know it can be scary because now you're gonna send thousands of dollars overseas to someone you've never even met face to face in person, right? So you need to protect yourself. And what I recommend you do, and here's a pro tip that I teach all of my students to do as well, is make sure you never, ever send your payment by direct wire transfer, okay? Because once that money leaves your bank account, it is gone. So if anything ever happens and your supplier does take off with your money or the product is inferior, you have no means of getting that money back, all right? So what I recommend you do is actually pay through PayPal. And what that allows you to do is that if there's any problems, you can dispute that transaction through PayPal. Now that's not a 100% guarantee. So that's why what I suggest you also do is make sure that you're paying through PayPal with a credit card. Now what that does is that gives you a backup option. So if PayPal happens to not decide in your favor, you can always file another claim through your credit card company so you can protect yourself in case something does happen, okay? Now pro tip here is that when your supplier is finished manufacturing your product, always, 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 especially on your first or second transaction with your supplier, have a third-party inspection done on your products. It's a small price to pay to protect your several thousands of dollars you've invested into those products. You want to make sure that your supplier manufactured them exactly to your spec and to exactly what you expect the products to be as far as quality is concerned. Because you don't want to send in inferior products to Amazon and start selling them, because the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get bad reviews, and those reviews will never ever go away, and it will literally destroy the success of your sales. Okay, so always get a product inspection done. Now on to number 5. The last step is shipping your products from China to an Amazon fulfillment center. Now this can sound like a daunting task, but really you don't have to do anything at all. The key here is you're going to hire someone to do it. Now, what I actually recommend you do is first negotiate with your supplier, and there is a shipping option called DDP. What that means is your supplier is going to handle the entire shipment and customs and duties for you. So they'll just include that cost into your manufacturing costs. Okay, so you just pay your supplier and they'll handle the entire shipping and arrangement and paying any customs, taxes, and fees for you. So all you need to do is pay your supplier. Now, you should also get some quotes from freight forwarders so that you can compare prices, and a freight forwarder is exactly the same thing. They're a dedicated broker and shipping company, and that's all they do. They're gonna pick up the products, arrange all of the shipping from your supplier's warehouse, and ship it to Amazon's fulfillment center. Now, a couple of options for you as far as freight forwarders are concerned. What I recommend is a company called Flexport. You can see here, I'll post a link to it in the video description below, as well as Freightos.com. All right, they'll be able to handle the entire shipment for you and you won't have to worry about a thing. All right, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please do post them in the comment section below. I answer every single one of them. All right, thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And make sure you click that bell icon to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Now, there's also a link in the description to our community forums, which you should totally join. And if you're looking for more tips and strategy videos, take a look at these two over here. All right, thanks for watching.